All right, time to round up one of our big topics of the week now. Toyota is moving to Texas. The company's U.S. headquarters are leaving California for the Dallas suburb of Plano in a bid to improve communication between units spread across several states. As part of the move, the automaker will build a new headquarters that will have more than 4,000 employees. The move is set to be complete by late 2016 or early 2017. Governor Rick Perry says the state offered Toyota $40 million in incentives to move here, but the company says that played no role in their decision. So if the money didn't play a role, could Texas have spent it elsewhere? That's our topic this half hour, and we want to hear from you. You can share your thoughts on our Fox 26 Facebook page or Twitter. I'm at Sally Mack, Fox 26. In our newsroom, we have our legal analyst, Chris Tritico, our news analyst, Mustafa Tamiz, and public policy analyst, Jackie Bally. And somebody just on our Facebook page, Jackie, said they love you. You are so real. So I wanted to let you know about that.
You.
All right, so what do you guys think?
And we think she's real, by the way. You know, at first blush, I don't have any personal opposition to the Texas Enterprise Fund. I think that the problem here is the use of the Enterprise Fund. You've got a company like Toyota that's going to make $23 billion this year, and you give them $40 million to move here. That's not an hour's interest on the money that they earn every year, and so. And then for them to call a press conference and say, you know, that money didn't mean anything to us and it didn't have anything to do with our decision, it kind of slaps the governor right in the face. And so the question, I think, Mustafa Tamiz, is there a better way to use this money?
There's lots of better ways to use this money. The governor's been doing, we've given away over $500 million to multiple corporations. Many of them have been contributors to the governor. The people that he's appointed to oversee this are not barred from being consultants to these companies, and there's been lots of controversy toward it. I'm not opposed to creating incentive for business or tax incentives for business, but this is a personal slush fund that the governor uses at his will.
What about that, Jackie Bally? It seems to me that Mustafa's making a very solid point, that the governor there's nobody overseeing how the governor is spreading this money out.
But the law is pretty specific. This was created in 2003, and there are certain things and parameters that are in place that has to be met. How many jobs are going to be in place, what it's going to actually do to the economy. The fact that the $40 million was given, we're projected to get double that within 8 years. The thousands of people who are coming here and then who are going to contribute to our economy. I think this is wonderful for the state of Texas. I welcome Toyota. I'm very happy the governor has done this. He continues to prove that we are an economic boom. He continues to prove that we will grow in a way that the East and West coasts will not. And I think this is a wonderful thing for Texas.
All right, we're going to go to Sally. She's monitoring our social media.
Yeah, we've got, several people just sort of commenting on the fact that, Governor Perry has done a lot talking about our strong business climate. And so they're asking, what does this mean for Governor Perry as he's building this 2016 run on the strong business climate here in Texas?
Well, that's certainly going to be his linchpin when he runs for president again, and I don't think there's any question that he's making that move to run for president again. Moving Toyota here is not going to win him a presidential race. But what I want to talk about on the enterprise front, Mustafa, is if this is bringing in jobs. In this instance, we got 4,000 jobs. Now, they said that money didn't mean anything. That's fine. But if we can bring thousands of jobs a year, isn't that worth $500 million?
Smart policy is fine, but Governor Perry has been never accused of having smart policies. He's been accused of being very political. And so, again, I have no problems with finding incentives sometimes to lure business here. But this is not the first time. When Chevron was moving here in downtown Houston, the Enterprise Fund gave them $12 million after they've almost signed the lease already. So what's the purpose of giving people money after they've agreed to come in our state.
And that's the objection, I think, Jackie, is that the governor seems to be giving money to people who absolutely don't need it, when you could have taken that same amount of money and drawn a company here that could really use the money as a real incentive to come here. That's the new job creation, isn't it?
You're seeing quite a range of the kind of companies that have been coming here through the TEF fund. And what the governor has been doing is going across the country and stealing a lot of these companies, I'm going to say it that way, from other states through this incentive, among other things, because we are a business friendly, our climate is very good for companies like this. So it's not just this one. It's also, if you look at the kind of companies who have been benefited from this fund, which is what you're asking specifically, you see smaller companies and you also see larger companies. It is a very wise way to use these dollars.
Real
and
quick.
this was the point of why it was created.
Real quick.
Stealing is an interesting choice of words, right? Because I think the only contributions that have been made are to Governor Perry's.
And we got to go. We're going to leave it right there. We'll be back talk about Obamacare's numbers coming in.